Some news coming in this morning. This has got to do with the attacks on migrant workers in Jammu and Kashmir. NIA team, a team of the National Investigating Agency, is to now visit Ganderbal attack site. Senior army officers have arrived at the Jammu and Kashmir attack spot. Terror attack has killed 7 civilians in Jammu and Kashmir. This involves 6 migrant workers. 1 doctor was killed. Terrorist ambush infrastructure project workers, and the NIA team to now is visit the Ganderbal attack site to further investigate this matter. Terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir claimed 7 lives. 1 doctor, 6 migrant workers have been killed when terrorists opened fire at a construction site in Jammu and Kashmir's Ganderbal on Sunday evening. Ashraf Vani getting in more details. Ashraf, the National Investigation Agency is now taking this matter into their own hands. The investigations have started. The team is set to arrive at this spot of the crime.
Absolutely, Saniha. Basically, we have seen since last 3 years any terror attack which is being carried out by the terrorists in the Kashmir Valley or in the Jammu and Kashmir, that is being investigated by the NIA. That is why now, after this terror attack, NIA team is visiting the spot to take the evidences and see the investigation, how the terrorists came to that spot, which was their route they adopted to carry out that terror attack in the Sonmarg area of the Ganderbal district here in the central Kashmir. But it is very challenging for the security agencies also that this area, which is security-wise very being considered as the safe area, only this is the way towards the Amarnath Yatra. During that period, heavy deployment of security agencies remain there. But once Amarnath Yatra concludes, then all the security agencies move from that area. And also, the working site was too much far away from the actual highway or from the habitat. That is why that the security agencies believe that terrorists managed to reach that particular working site and attack the non-local workers. Now, in the terror attack, not only the non-local workers had been killed, but also the local, including a doctor, had been killed among the 7. This is not anything new trend. This trend started in 2020 by the TRF, who have claimed the responsibility for killing of non-locals. But during last 1 year, we have seen some kind of a pressure from security agencies on the terrorists and the terror groups. These incidents declined in the Kashmir Valley. But now the security agencies believe that fresh infiltration has took place during last 3 months. We have seen those kind of terror attacks in the Jammu region, not only in the Jammu, but they have infiltrated in the Kashmir Valley. And the group behind this heinous terror crime in the Sonmarg is believed newly infiltrated terrorist group who may have used the track of Gurez, because there is a range of mountains, Harmukh mountains in that particular area, and may have used that track to reach the working site of the tunnel where they carried out this terror attack. Saniya.
All right. Be with us, Ashraf. I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. We're getting in details for our viewers of this horrific attack that has taken the lives of a doctor, 6 migrant workers, those working on a project. Infrastructure project have been targeted by terrorists. Now, images from the attack site, and this in Sonmarg, shows heavy security presence in the under construction tunnel where these migrant workers were working in. The idea is to, of course, strike fear in the hearts of those people who come to Jammu and Kashmir for work of this nature, migrant workers. The armed forces are guarding the area while massive search operation is underway. TRF, which is a proxy of Lashkar-e-Toiba, has claimed responsibility for this attack. Also, we picked up from our sources that 2 to 3 terrorists were behind this particular attack. They had conducted recce in the past as well, is what we know. The Home Minister has called this attack dastardly and said that the strictest action is going to be taken against the terrorists involved in this horrific attack. Newly sworn in Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah also has condemned these attacks. A series of reactions, in fact, coming in.
It is a massive attack, considering that it's happening after a long time. There was a lull as far as peace had prevailed in the in the Kashmir Valley, and we had a very peaceful election process. There's an elected government now, and all of a sudden we have at least 2 attacks happening in 4 days' time. Earlier in Shopian, a laborer was shot dead while he was working in a cornfield, and now this massive big attack. And I'll also give you a semblance of this particular area. As you can see behind me, this is the construction site, and then on the left side, I'll tell Tariq to show you, on the left side is the tunnel. Now this is a tunnel project that took at least 10 years to complete, and these workers were part of the making, and now it was basically the final touches that were being given, and because of elections it could not be inaugurated, but we are being told that in the next 10-15 days there would have been an event and this tunnel would have been inaugurated. But before that this incident has happened. Now the police security forces are on the spot. The DG of Jammu and Kashmir Police, IG, then senior army police officers are there, and there is a search and combing operation on right now as I speak to you. We managed to go close to that site, though it was kept away from the media, but as we went in, there definitely was a lot of tension. There was a lot of security forces around. There were searches that are happening in these barracks. Now these are makeshift barracks that are created for these workers, and it is one of those barracks that also we could see bullet marks and shattered glass.
श्रीनगर को करगिल से मिलाने वाली जोजिना टनल पर काम करने वाले कई कामगारों पर आतंकवादियों ने अंधाधुंध गोलीबारी की। 7 इसमें जो हैं लोग जो वहां पर काम कर रहे थे वो मारे गए हैं, जबकि 7 अन्य घायल हुए हैं। मैं इस वक्त श्रीनगर के शेर कश्मीर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंसेज के बाहर खड़ा हूं। यहां कड़ी सुरक्षा के बीच जो है उन घायलों का इलाज चल रहा है जो इस आतंकी हमले में घायल हुए थे। अभी तक फिलहाल जो शव हैं उनको वहां से उठाया गया है, उनको दोबारा जो है अपने अपने परिजनों के पास भेजने की प्रक्रिया चल रही है, लेकिन उस बीच जो है यहां पर उन घायलों का इलाज चल रहा है जिनको कड़ी सुरक्षा में रखा गया है ताकि वो इस बारे में किसी से भी कोई बात न कर पाएं। काफी तनाव बना हुआ है कल शाम से ही पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर में, खास तौर से कश्मीर में जब से ये आतंकी घटना घटी हुई है।
ये मानवता का कत्ल किया गया है, इंसानियत को तार तार किया गया है। निहत्थे और बेकसूर कारीगरों को, मजदूरों को निशाना बनाकर कायर पाकिस्तानी आतंकवादियों ने मानवता का कत्ल किया है, जिसकी भारी कीमत इन आतंकवादियों को चुकानी पड़ेगी।
लोकतांत्रिक जो व्यवस्था है कश्मीर में फिर से बनी है, अच्छी तरह से इलेक्शन हुए हैं, शायद उसी कारण से इस प्रकार से वो अपनी प्रेजेंस शो करने की कहीं ना कहीं कोशिश करते हैं। तो सुरक्षा बलों द्वारा बहुत इसको पहले जो मिलिटेंसी को रोका गया है, लेकिन जब इस प्रकार की घटनाएं होती हैं तो चिंता का विषय बन जाता है, एक बाहर के लोगों में खौफ का माहौल बन जाता है। और पिछले 2 दिनों में ये जो लगातार घटनाएं हुई हैं तो ये भी दुखद हैं।
First and foremost, I think it's extremely, we must, this kind of a thing must be absolutely deplorable situation. This kind of a thing must not be permitted, because this only thing happens when there is still the local support there, the OGWs over there, and especially happening at Ganderbal is extremely sad. And at this point of time, and as you rightly said, if the people there thought that it were crackers and not crackers, but someone has shot, that means it's someone amongst them. It is very much there. People know who they are. People must ensure that this kind of a thing does not happen, because it is very, very challenging. At night, it is not so easy.
Mir Farid getting in more details, joining us from Ganderbal this morning. Mir, give us a sense of the investigations in this matter. One terrorist has been neutralized, but within the Home Ministry, the indication is that there were 2 to 3 people from the TRF group, which is a proxy of the Lashkar, who carried out this attack.
Well, yes, now it is out in the open. The TRF has claimed responsibility. They've brought out a press note which is in circulation in social media, and it says that they carried out the attack. They carried out this attack, and this is the Falcon squad of the TRF which is responsible for this. Further saying that this is a military project, and we had already warned locals and non-locals not to be part of it. So TRF, as expected, has claimed responsibility. Sources in the police say that still they are looking into every angle possible, because they cannot go on face value. They have to investigate it. First, the priority is to sanitize the area, ensure that there is these militants are not hiding somewhere, because initially it was thought that they could be hiding in this makeshift residential area of these workers, of these non-locals, because this is a project that had been ongoing from the last 10 years, the Zedmore Tunnel project, and these people were living in this particular area from the last close to 10 years. So it is outside mess that this firing has happened. And just to give you a first-hand account of how this area looks like, now this, as you can see, is the construction site. There is a lot of equipment around, but you would not see a soul because everyone is inside. There is a lot of fear. And it's not only about Gagangir, it's not only about Zedmore Tunnel. 10 kilometers from here is the Zojila Tunnel, which is a bigger and more prestigious, strategically important project, because that will once it's completed, will give Ladakh an all-weather 365 connection, which is very important considering all that has been happening as far as Eastern Ladakh is concerned, the Chinese aggression. And that's why these projects, the Government of India wants them to be completed at the earliest. And if you look at the messaging behind this attack, quite clearly it's an attempt to instill fear and stall these projects somewhere down the line. In fact, in the press note also of the TRF, they have said that this is a military project and the attempt was to stall it, to impact it. And that seems to be the conspiracy behind it, because if you talk of non-locals, they're scattered across Kashmir Valley. You have so many laborers who come in from various places like Bihar. So they could have chosen other targets as well, but they chose this precisely to hit these two projects. That seems to be the modus operandi. But you look around this area, there's a lot of there are jungles around, there is thick vegetation, and there is ample opportunity to carry out an attack and then slip into the forest area. So multiple challenges for the security agencies. Right now I can tell you that senior officers of the police, army, CRPF are here. Detailed checking and frisking of the area of the around periphery is happening. And we have been also told that the NIA team could be here through the day anytime, and they would also visit the attack site, and probably in the future this case could go to the NIA, because we've seen all these big terror attack cases that have happened in Jammu and Kashmir. Ultimately it's the NIA that does the investigation. But as of now, first priority to completely clear the area, sanitize it, and then basically go ahead with the other investigation. 7 people have been killed in this. That also includes a local doctor who was the medical officer. Then you have 2 officers of the construction company, and then 3 laborers who were part of this project from the last many years. Neha?
Okay. Be with us, Meera. I'll just come back to you in a moment from now. Disturbing information about the targeted killings of migrant workers, non-locals in the Kashmir Valley. And there is a pattern to all of this, remember. It's not a one-off. On the 18th of October 2024, Ashok Chauhan, migrant laborer from Bihar, was abducted and killed, is what we know, by terrorists. This happened in Shopian. Again, in the month of April 2024, Mohammad Razak, aged 40, was shot dead by terrorists outside mosque. This happened in the Rajouri district. In the same month again, in the month of April, Raju Shah, migrant worker from Bihar, was gunned down by terrorists. This happened in Anantnag. In the month of February, Amritpal Singh, a non-local from Amritsar, was shot dead by terrorists, and this happened in Srinagar. February again, earlier this year, there was an attack on a non-local from Punjab by the name of Rohit. He was killed in Srinagar. In the month of October last year, Mukesh, a laborer from Uttar Pradesh, was shot dead. This happened in Pulwama. In the month of February last year, Kashmiri Pandit, working as a bank guard, remember, was gunned down by terrorists in Pulwama again. In the month of May 2023, in Udhampur, Deepu was killed while working at an amusement park. This happened in Anantnag. In the month of July, 2 migrant workers were shot and wounded by terrorists. This happened in Anantnag again. And in July, in Shopian, 3 migrant workers were shot, seriously injured by terrorists.